This isn't hunger anymore. This isn't discipline anymore. This isn't pain anymore. This is identity. There is no version of me that goes back. I don't need reminders. I don't need motivation. What once required effort now runs on automation. The war is no longer loud. No drama, no display. The hardest phase is over because resistance learned its place. Myself now, I command without friction. What used to be discipline is now default condition. When effort becomes instinct, you've crossed the line. Implacable, cold and set. Implacable, no regret. I don't push, I don't chase, I advance at a constant pace. They still talk about balance, about rest, about ease. I talk about standards that never negotiate. I don't rise and fall anymore. I remain. Peaks and valleys were lessons. Stability is rain. What was hard to maintain now feels wrong to abandon, because habits don't disappear. They either rule or get strangled. This is what happens when quitting is removed. Long enough, implacable, no debate. Implacable, sealed fate. I don't feel pressure, I apply it. I don't survive. Fight, This isn't intensity. This is permanence. Intensity fades. Permanence rules. I don't measure days anymore. I measure decades, because short-term thinking is where strength degrades. I built something boring, reliable, unbreakable. While they chase fire, there's no hype in my system. No spikes, no crash. Just consistent output under any task. You don't arrive suddenly. Implacable, set in stone. Implacable. Nothing inside me could argue back. They still need reminders, still fight themselves, still negotiate with weakness, still ask for help. I remove the debate, I remove the voice. Now action happens without a choice. That's the final level. No height, no thrill, just execution against any will. No motivation, no fear, no resistance, just movement that cannot be stopped. No retreat, this is what's left when discipline wins. Every argument, no return, no doubt. This is not a phase. This is not a phase. It's never the first rep. It's never the warm-up. It's never when everything feels possible. It's the last one, the one you argue with. That's where everything is decided. The bar feels heavier than before, not because it changed, but because I did. Fatigue rewriting the rules. Muscles full, lungs screaming, vision narrowing to a point. This is where most people negotiate. This is where I appoint. No drama, no panic, no heroic pose. Just a simple question: do you stop or impose? Everything you've done leads to this moment. One more rep under command. One more rep, take a stand. This is where bodies lie. This is where minds bend. I don't ask if I can. One more rep. No cheering, no countdown, just decision. They stop when it burns. They stop when it shakes. They stop when discomfort feels like too much to take. I learned something early. Pain makes offers, not rules. It asks for surrender. I refuse the deal. This ramp isn't about strength. It's about authority. Who's in charge when failure starts speaking fluently? Fatigue is honest. Fear is process. Picture execution. Visualization ends where effort begins. This is the rep that builds density, not size. This is the rep that changes posture, not mirrors. Anyone can perform fresh, anyone can look strong. Only a few can command output when everything's wrong. You don't need more energy, you need less negotiation. That's the skill nobody treats and everybody pays for. Fatigue removes decoration. Only truth remains. Grip tighter. Breathe once. No countdown. Move. This rep doesn't care about tomorrow. Times I failed it, but didn't move, and I learned something important. Failure doesn't erase command. I didn't quit after missing, I adjusted and returned. Authority isn't perfection, it's persistence earned. One more rep isn't magic, it's accumulation. Thousands of small decisions that build domination. No crowd, no music, no distraction. Just breathe and wait and wait. One more rep by the side. One more rep override. One more rep, no retreat. One more rep complete. That rep didn't just build muscle, it taught my mind who's in charge when it hurts. One more rep. No crowd. One more rep. No crowd. No crowd. No crowd. One more rep. That rep didn't just build muscle, it taught my mind who's in charge when it hurts. One more rep. That rep didn't just build muscle, it's never didn't just build muscle, it taught my mind who's in charge when it hurts. No crowd. One more rep. No crowd. It's never thirst rep, It's never a backup plan is permission to fail. An exit strategy is hesitation in disguise. So I erase both. There is no alternative version of me. There is only this. I didn't keep doors open, I welded them shut. I didn't leave options, I removed the if. They like safety nets, they like room to retreat. I like corners with no exits, where pressure forces teeth. When there's no second path, the first one sharpens. Commitment stops being a thought and becomes a weapon. Half decisions bleed strength, full commitment forges it. No plan B, no escape, no plan B. Oh wait, I didn't hope it would work. I made it the only way. Backs against the wall. No plan B, no cushion, no insurance, no retreat clause. Oh, they keep something in reserve in case it hurts too much. I spend my reserves early, now pressure doesn't touch. You can't fully attack while guarding a door. You can't dominate effort while saving something more. I burned bridges behind me, so the only way was forward. Fear disappeared when quitting was slaughtered. Doubt survives, an optional exit. No plan B, no delay, no plan B, no sway. If it breaks me, if it builds me, that's the cost I pay. No plan B. Failure is impossible. Effort becomes pure. This isn't bravery, it's removal of choice. When there's only one direction, you don't hear inner noise. I don't ask what if, I ask what now. Because reality respects action, not the reasons how. Most people flirt with change. I married the grind. Divorce isn't an option when discipline's Passion demands clarity. Clarity creates power. No backup, no safety rope. Fall forward. Don't fall in love. There were moments that scared me, not the work, but the finality. Knowing there's no version where I get to quit quietly, but fear died quickly. Once I understood, you don't need courage forever. just long enough to remove the exit. When quitting dies, focus lies. No alternate identity, just forward motion. On the maximum load. No plan B, no regrets. No plan B, all in. No plan B, no escape. I win. This only worked because quitting was never allowed. No safety net, no excuse. No plan B. If your mind burns, you lose control. If your body stays comfortable, you never evolve. So I did both. I froze the mind. I ignited the body. Heart rate rising. Heart rate rising, face stay still. Muscles scream, I'm calm and real. No panic in the overload. I train my thoughts to stay in code. They confuse rage with power. They mistake chaos for drive. I stripped emotion from effort. That's how pressure stays alive. While the body floods with fire, the mind remains untouched. Because control under intensity is the ultimate clutch. If your thoughts are loud, you're already behind. Cold mind under attack, burning body, no step back. I don't flinch, I don't fold. Heat in the flesh, mind ice cold. Still eyes, heavy breath, perfect control. Under stress, they let pain hijack their focus. Let fear rewrite the plan. I keep my vision narrow, one command at a time. Pain wants attention, I deny it the mic. I give it a number and continue the fight. Every rep is executed. I survived, I'm not hanging on, I'm driving inside. Emotion waste energy, control multiplies it. It's cold mind, no debate. Burning body, absorb the weight. The louder the signal, the quieter I get. That's how pressure turned into pride. Feel the burn, ignore the story. Sensation is real, narrative is optional. I don't hang myself up, I Shut myself down because calm survives where adrenaline drowns. The body is meant to burn, the tower to death. The mind is meant to steer so it never cracks. You don't need anger to push, you need direction to last. And learn that strength is quiet and fast. Fire in the muscles, ice in the skull. Don't react, respond. Don't rush. Apply. Burn without panic. Move without no. There were moments vision blurred, hands numb, lungs on fire. But my thoughts stayed minimal. No fear, no desire. I don't label pain as bad, I label it as present. Staying calm inside discomfort is a skill, not an accident. When the body begs, the mind must lead, and nobody. I'm saying to I remain under strain. No retreat. When others lose control, I gain distance. That's the difference between intensity and dominance. When others lose control, I gain distance. That's the difference between intensity and dominance. Cold mind. When others lose control, I gain distance. That's the difference between intensity. Cold mind. Cold mind. When others cold. Pain isn't a warning. Pain isn't a punishment. Pain is information. Most people run from it. I studied it, and it rebuilt me. crossing the line. Every ache a message sends, every burn a clear demand. Not to stop, not to fold, but to harden what couldn't stand. They ask how much I can take, wrong question from the start. The limit isn't in the flesh, it's in the untrained heart. Pain doesn't break you, it reveals you. Formed by pain, shaped under strain. Formed by pain, nothing in vain. I don't curse the pressure, I don't beg for relief. I stand inside the fire. Formed by pain, pressure applied, weak layers burned away. They fear the burn, the shake, the breath that starts to fade. I welcomed every signal that told me change was made. Pain is proof you're not the same. Pain means limits moved. If nothing hurts, nothing changed. That's a rule I use. I didn't numb it, I didn't hide. I stayed present every time, because avoidance builds nothing, tolerance builds spine. Growth doesn't whisper, it screams. Fought by pain, not by ease. Fought by pain, not by dreams. Every scar is structure, every ache is gain. I didn't survive the process, I was fought by pain. Comfort softens, resistance sharpens. Choose your environment. I don't chase injury, I chase adaptation. There's a difference between damage and calculated escalation. I listen to the body, but I don't obey fear. Pain speaks in numbers, and I learn the language here. This isn't recklessness, it's exposure done right. Controlled doses of hell until weakness takes flight. You don't fear pain, you fear what it asks of you. Formed by pain, formed by pain, down in praise, I remain. Pain didn't stop me, pain instructed me, and I listened until nothing weak was left. Fought by pain, pain didn't stop me. Fought by pain, pain instructed me. Fought by pain, and I listened until nothing weak was left. Fought by pain, pain didn't stop me. Pain instructed me. Pain instructed me. Pain, and I listened until nothing weak was left. Fought by pain, didn't stop me. Pain instructed me. They call me intense, they call me extreme. They don't see the restraint behind the routine. I didn't break myself, I refined myself, one calculated burn at a time. Most people avoid discomfort and stay the same. I skipped into it, then changed. No panic, no drama, no collapse, just pressure applied correctly. Fall by day. Pain doesn't stop me. Light is stuck in me. And I listened until nothing we did was fun by day. Fight, fight, fight by day. Pain didn't stop me. Pain didn't stop me. Pain didn't stop me. Pain didn't stop me. Pain. I don't wait for signs. I don't look for permission. I don't stop because it's hard. I stop when it's finished. And most things are never finished. Every day looks the same to them. Same wall, same bar, same grind. They call it boring, call it prison. I call it sharpening my mind. Routine isn't killing my fire. Routine is feeding the flame. Freedom isn't doing what you want. Freedom is doing it anyway. I don't need variety, I need volume. I don't need excitement, I need Bruce. Built myself on repetition while they waited for a mood. They sprint, then disappear. I walk forward without fear. I do not stop when it's heavy. I do not stop when it's slow. No matter the distance, no matter the cost, I keep advancing. I do not stop. No pause. No drift. No exit strategy. They need progress to feel alive. I need pressure to stay awake. They quit when the thrill is gone. I stay when it starts to ache. I've trained through boredom, through doubt, through days that felt endless. I didn't need belief, I needed habits that didn't ask questions. momentum isn't luck, it's refusal to stop. I do not stop when progress crawls. I do not stop when silence calls. No tears, no sighs, no shortcut to the top. Brick by brick, I do not stop. Consistency is not exciting. That's why it works. I don't need peaks, I don't need highs, I need average days done right. Most people lose the war on ordinary grounds. They can fight chaos, but routine breaks them down. I mastered showing up before I mastered strength. That's why my foundation doesn't crack underway. Forward motion is undefeated. White step still counts. Another rap still counts. Another day still counts. Progress doesn't ask how you feel. No weeks, nothing changed. No visual reward in sight. That's when most people leave. That's when I tighten my grip. I don't measure effort by moon, I measure it by time. Stay long enough in the process, and results fall in line. Stagnation isn't failure, quitting is. I do not stop, I do not stop, I do not stop, is how you disappear. I do not stop, I do not stop. This is an obsession. This is direction. I don't stop, because stopping is how you disappear. I do not stop. No lights, no cameras, no crowd waiting to be impressed. If nobody sees it, it still counts, especially then. I train where echoes die, where footsteps don't remain. No one knows my schedule, no one shares my pain. This room doesn't clap, it doesn't care who I am. No praise for the lonely works, gravity and demand. They chase validation, I chase completion. They move loud for approval, I move quiet with intention. If the world never knows, would you still show up? No witnesses, no eyes, no praise. No witnesses, still I stay. I don't need a reason, I don't need defense. The strongest work I've done had no witnesses. grind, I live it. They film pain, I finish it. They talk about discipline, I make it invisible. I don't announce my suffering, I don't narrate my reps. I let time collect the evidence while they collect respect. Every early morning, every late return, every sector unseen is a lesson learned. Attention fades, results don't. No witnesses, still I fight. No witnesses. Every night, if the door stays closed and the room stays empty, I build myself anyway. No witnesses. What you do alone is who you are. Everything else is a performance. This isn't about being seen, it's about being solid. Fame is fragile, structure is violent. I don't need proof today, I'm building proof for years. While they need instant feedback, I'm stacking silent tears. They disappear when applause leaves, I remain when silence stays. Because my habits don't require an audience to obey. Silence sharpens focus, noise weakens. Resolve! No cry, no cheer. This is where the real ones appear. No spotlight, no name, only work and wait and There were weeks no one asked how I was holding up. That's when I learned self-respect doesn't need backup. I don't need witnesses to suffer. I don't need witnesses to grow. I don't need witnesses to win. That's just something I know. If no one ever remembers, I'll still be undeniable. Just repetition until silence breaks. No witnesses, still I stand. No witnesses, still expect. No witnesses, no regret. I'm not done yet. The work that changed me is never documented, and that's why it worked. No witnesses, no witnesses, no witnesses, no witnesses. No witnesses. that changed me was never documented. And that's why they weren't. No witnesses. No witnesses. No witnesses. No. No witnesses. No way! This is not motivation. This is not anger. This is not passion. This is a switch. Once it flips, there is no discussion. War mode. I don't wake up chasing feeling. I wake up activating command. Emotion stays outside the room. I operate with steady hands. No hype music in my head. No speeches to convince my soul. Just a list of tasks to finish. Just a system taking control. They think strength is loud and wild. They think power comes from fire. I build mine in silence, executing while they desire. You don't need confidence to act. You don't need courage to move. You only need obedience to the standard you chose. War mode mind, emotion offline. War mode mind, no fear, no sign. I don't feel ready, I don't feel right. I flip the switch. War mode mind, no mercy, no pause, no internal applause. They hesitate, I calculate, they overthink, I initiate. They need certainty to begin. I begin to create it. I don't chase comfort, I erase it. Comfort makes me flex it slow. Pressure sharpens decision, turns instinct into code. Every movement intentional, every breath under rule. I don't train my body only, I train refusal to lose. The mind quits long before the frame. That's why I start the verse. War mode mind, locked and aligned. War mode mind, no weakness inside. Pain sends a signal, I answer with time. I stay inside. War mode mind. Control the breath. Control the pace. Control the reaction. Chaos only exists for the untrained. is not survival. This is domination through control. Think less. Execute more. No dialogue. No debate. The moment you argue with pain, you already lost. There were days I felt nothing, no hunger, no anger, no spark. Well, war mode doesn't need fuel, it runs in the dark. I don't need belief in myself, I need loyalty to the plan. Rise because I'm gifted. I rise because I command. Discipline without emotion is unstoppable. Warm of mind, cold and precise. Warm of mind, built to survive. Warm of mind, I don't retreat. Warm of mind, I go blind. Once the switch flips, there is no turning back. This is not who I pretend to be. This is who I operate as. Warm on mind. War mode mind. I don't chase records for praise. I break limits to rewrite law. I don't need chaos to feel alive. I need order to stand tall. Pressure tests the weak and loud. Pressure crowns are prepared. I don't fear the load. I train for it everywhere. No hesitation, no identity crisis, just action after action after action. They ask how I keep going. They think it's fire. They think it's hunger. They think it's rage. They're wrong. Fire fades. Hunger comes and goes. Rage burns out. Discipline stays. And discipline bleeds. Before the sun decides, before comfort opens its eyes, no alarm screaming motivation, just routine carved into my spine. I don't negotiate with sleep. I don't ask my body how it feels. Feelings never built a goddamn thing. Pressure does, and pressure kills. Every day looks just the same. Same wall, same bar, same pain. They chase change, they chase relief. I chase mastery through repeat. There's no applause at the start, no reward for the lonely grind. are feeling tired. They listen to excuses, I listen to the timer. Clock doesn't care who you are, it only counts what you do. Every second wasted whining is a second straight never grew. I've trained sick, I've trained sore, I've trained when I hated the floor. Not because I felt like a beast, but because beasts are born in war. You don't rise when it's easy, you rise when it's hell. When your mind screams retreat and you refuse to fail. Discipline bleeds, no comfort is safe. Discipline bleeds in the dead of the night, when there's nothing to gain and no one to see. I still show up. Discipline bleeds. No mood, no spark, no perfect time. I act without permission from my mind. This protocol, a system built to never fall. I don't chase highs, I don't chase pride, I chase control from the inside. Every rep is paperwork, every set another line, signed in sweat, stamped in pain, a contract sealed with time. You call it obsession, I call it law. You stop when it hurts, I stop when it's done. Structure, I don't need hope, I have order. Show up, even hollow. Show up, even empty. Show up when the voice says, not today. That voice is a liar. There were days I felt nothing. No anger, no drive, no spark. But I moved anyway. And that's when I grew the most. Discipline doesn't feel heroics, it feels mechanical. Cold steps for the goal that doesn't care how you feel. This isn't about feeling strong, it's about refusing to stop. Discipline bleeds through every silent mile. Discipline let after motivation's gone. I don't need to feel alive, that's why I wait. I don't wait to want it, I don't ask to feel it, I do it until it becomes who I am. Discipline bleeds. Discipline bleeds. Discipline bleeds. Discipline bleeds. They post progress, I post nothing. I build while they explain. They need praise to stay consistent. I need pressure and restraint. I don't rise fast, I rise forever. Brick by brick, rep by rep. This isn't hype, this is a march. before the crowd pretends to care. There is iron, cold, silent, honest. It does not praise you. It does not forgive you. It does not lie. 5 a.m., lights still dead, world asleep, I'm already fed by the hunger they never feel, by the weight that makes me real. No excuses in these plates, no mercy carved in steel. Every weakness shows its face, every truth begins to peel. You can fake words, you can fake smiles, you can fake strength for a while, but when your hands begin to shake, there's no mask left you can take. Iron never lies. It shows you what you are. Iron never lies. No matter how hard you try. You can scream, you can pray, you can beg for another side, but the bar knows the truth. Rest. I talk about pushing past my chest. They quit when it burns, I start to wake. Pain is the deal that I accept. I don't need hype, I don't need cheers, I don't need hands pulling me clear. I need silence, I need load, I need the place where weak things fold. Every rep strips the fake away, every set decides who stays. You don't rise by how you feel, you rise by what you kill. Iron never lies, no alibi, no escape. Iron never lies, it remembers every mistake. You can promise, you can stall, you can say tomorrow 1,000 times, but when the weight is on your spine, iron never lies. No motivation, no emotion, only execution. I don't wait to feel ready, I move because it's required. Sweat on the floor like proof of life, breathing heavy, vision tight. I don't train to look impressive, I train to become undeniable. Comfort made them soft and loud. I chose pressure, I chose brown. Built my spine under the bar, not in talk, not in doubt. applause, no sympathy. Just me and the weight. That tells the truth every time.